welcome to yet another show. This is day 3 World Cup Radiant Sports Pick World Cup edition. With us is Mr. Deep Gupta and Vijay Kant Tiwari. Both of them come from the cricketing space. One comes from the able-body cricket, the other one comes from the physically challenged space. Recognized in their own space, achieved a lot of experience, gained a lot of experience rather for more than 2-3 decades now. I'd like to start with you, sir. Deep, what is your background? And I know you've been a part of the Indian cricket team and you've been doing commentary for the main cricket events for a very long time. I'd just like you to introduce yourself and share a little experience about the past years.
Right. Hi, my name's Deep Gupta. I've played 8 test matches for the Indian team and 5 ODIs, and been around first class cricket for 10 odd years. And to introduce myself, I think I've been lucky enough to do different things in the sport, starting from playing the game to being a selector to being an administrator, and now into media. And I think being in the media is the best job in the world for someone like me who's played the sport all my life. And now I get to travel, watch games of cricket and talk about it. Can't get better than this. So one of those absolutely blessed and lucky few. And also not just talk about it, but talk about it with my role models, people that I've grown up idolizing. And thoroughly enjoy it because it's, for me, cricket is not just a sport. Sport itself. It's not just about sport. It's about life. It's about life lessons. I don't think there is a better school than sports or a sports field to learn life lessons. So, and I'm glad to be here. First of all, congratulations also to Radiant Sports for organizing something as unique as this. And good to be here with you, Raadhika, and you, Vijay Kant, as well.
Thank you so much. This is definitely inspiring, and I'd like to kind of hear more of the trivias you've had or you've seen in the past. Vijay, you come from a differently abled cricketing space, physically challenged world tournament you had done in 2019. I'd love to hear a little more about you and your experience that you get along.
Yeah, thank you so much, Raadhika, for giving me this opportunity with Deep Gupta, sir. And I come from Karnataka and I played for India. I'm a right arm off spinner and right hand middle order batsman. So I have toured to Pakistan, Afghanistan, Bangladesh, and South Africa as well. And I have been captain for 10 years for Karnataka. So cricket is, what Deep Gupta sir told, ki it's, something which we love, and every cricketer start from, very young stage only, who loves cricket. It hardly matters, you are able or disabled. It doesn't. We have seen many times in Indian team also, they have been injured and they have played like that only. They have got by runners. Even in fact, in early stages, there was a player, spin bowler Prasanna. Even he was there. So cricket should be, from my point of view, cricket should be equal for everyone. And it's a game, and we should treat as a game only.
Deep, I'd like to ask you, today the game is happening at Dharamshala. And what are your predictions? What is the match going to look like today?
The Dharamshala game, I think my experience of having played at Dharamshala and also covered a few games there, it's a high altitude venue, so obviously you get to see a lot of 4s and 6s. The ground is big but not big enough. It's a quick outfield pitch. It has a lot of bounce and pace, but to add to all of that, I think it is one of the most beautiful stadiums that you can ever come across. It is absolutely gorgeous. So if anyone hasn't been there, should go there. It's an experience in itself. And I expect the game to be a little high scoring. And I expect it to be high scoring, and it's going to be a good game. Might help, obviously, it's Bangladesh Afghanistan. It might help the Bangladesh team a little more because of late Bangladesh have kind of come up with some really good fast bowlers. You've got Taskeen, you've got Shoriful, uh, you've got Hassan, who's absolutely brilliant. He's just a young kid. So I think that surface should help the Bangladesh a little more because of the pace attack that Bangladesh has.
Yes, it is Bangladesh and Afghanistan. And Vijay, you played with Afghanistan as well. I want to hear from you. What has your experience been playing with Afghanistan? What is the team looking like? And compared to India, what is it that they should kind of like work upon, or what is the inspiration that you took from them? What are your thoughts?
I would say कि Bangladesh is more favorable team here because they carry a good experience with them, and they have very good balanced team where they do their homework before the match. It was experienced man. Their captain is Sakibul Hasan. He's a very well experienced guy. When we come to Afghanistan, they are like they come and play. I don't see any this strategy in their game. But Bangladesh, yes, they are very well balanced team. So I think when you like him, this Dharamsala, where fast bowlers get too much help and batsmen also get good help, and they have very good balanced team also, Bangladesh. So I think Bangladesh will win here, as per my experience.
And what has your thoughts been when you played with the physically challenged team of Bangladesh and Afghanistan? What has your experience been like?
Like it is there totally ulta. They are very good teams, Bangladesh, and if we talk about Afghanistan, they are very good teams. Both are very good teams, but still we are winner India. India is something we have to be winner in any format. We have to go and win and come back, but they are good teams.
Deep, I want to ask you, how did you finally decide on taking on commentary for matches? How did that happen?
Well, I guess my most of the things in my life have been an accident or not planned. Not, I won't say accident. I think it's not been planned. So I was actually part of an IPL franchise. I was a coach there, and during September, way back in 2014, there used to be a tournament called Champions League of all these franchises, and it was, I guess, a 15 or 20-day tournament. So I was asked by Star Sports if I was free to do some commentary. I said, why not give it a go? And and it all started from there, and from there to BCCI to whatever I do. But one thing led to the other, and here I am. So so it wasn't planned per se. Initial move into the media space. But then, now enjoy every second I spend.
So since we're kind of bridging the gap between the differently abled and the able bodies, and we're also exploring different avenues of the sport. So one of the career does happen to be commentary, which is really big and also very important. Is there any suggestion, or is there any experience that you would like to share for potential cricketers who might want to kind of take on commentary in the physically able space? Because I mean, it's not just physically challenged people. There's also blind. There's also wheelchair.
Yeah.
There are four bodies of cricketed forms. So, is there any suggestion?
My suggestion is just watch as much cricket as possible, follow and have an opinion. I think that's important. One is obviously calling the game. I mean, calling it as you see it. I mean, that's one aspect of it. Secondly, is also kind of having an opinion, being able to analyze things. So I think it's a combination of those two things predominantly, and there are obviously other stuff like hygiene and language and things like that. But most importantly, I think is following a lot of sports, understanding it, and all of that put together.
Vijay, if given an opportunity, or if given a chance, when you possibly, hypothetically be in the commentary box, then what is it that you'd like to speak about, and
No,
who would that potential person be who would you like to sit across?
no, I'll tell you, like, I'm very much sure now they have introduced Mithali Raj also. She's doing commentary in World Cup also. I'm very much sure ki, in coming days even we will get chance. I'm sure on that part. And if I get, obviously I would love to do the
Can
commentary.
I, sorry, can I just quickly add to that? I think it's got nothing to do with what body of, sport you represent. Like you said, Radhika, there are four different bodies, and maybe if you include everything else, could be five, six, seven, whatever it is. I think it doesn't matter which side you represent, or which side you come from. But I think at end of the day, if you're good enough, uh, it's like that. It's as simple as that. I think it's very important to understand that this is a very uh, kind of based on meritocracy. So yeah, I mean, I like Vijay just mentioned. It doesn't matter who you are, where you're from. You just if you are good enough, you will get opportunities.
I definitely agree to that. But I do feel like in today's day and age, there needs to be opportunities that need to be created. And what we're doing right now is also we're trying to kind of create a thought that, people could possibly have. So
You know what's the
that
best part? Sorry, just to add to this, the best part is earlier on, let's say 5 7 years ago, the platforms were limited. And if you think about it now, the platforms are unlimited, starting from social media. Obviously, you have your traditional platforms like television and digital spaces, but with social media, something like a YouTube or something, I mean, the platforms are unlimited. So, yes, exposure might. I mean, there may be difference in terms of exposure, but I mean, if you want a space, if you want a platform, you don't even have to wait for anyone to give it to you. You can start on your own. So I think it's exciting times and it's great times.
I agree with you that opportunities are increasing, the platforms are increasing. So, yes, this is something that we should look forward to. Vijay, I want to hear from you if we had to work on, if there was a wish list for a cricketer in the physically challenged space who's played for India, over 15 matches you've played, represented India internationally. What is that wish list going to look like in terms of audience, in terms of the presentation of the whole event, the administration, the player profile? What would your wish list as a player be like?
See, first thing is there in always in my mind that people, should see our cricket and they should also come up in some way. Like there, many people there, they think life is very difficult to be, very difficult to play, or very difficult to job for job doing job. But it's not like that. If you see us, if you visualize, if you set your goal, it is very easy. Trust me, it is very easy. I still remember when I was in school, I used to watch cricket a lot. I have seen Deepdas Gupta sir also playing, I think 2001 or 2002. I don't remember exactly the dates, but I've seen one match where sir has partnership with Sehwag sir, and we have win that match. So it always be like we have to support, we have to come together and keep that on the same platform. It is not like that people. I still remember when we go to play, there are many people discourage us. Oh, how you can play, how you work, how you can play, it is very difficult. But it's not like that. Once it comes in your mind and heart, you can achieve anything in this world. That is guarantee it is there. And your plan is set, your goal is set, you are visualizing that same thing in your mind ki jaise I'm going to play, before my matches, what I do, if I go to play any big tournament or anything, I'll go and do my basics. I won't play matches, I won't practice also in net with people. I'll take 24 balls with me. I'll mark that good length, and I'll keep doing bowling there. I'll come back to basics. And basics are clear now. We can achieve anything, and we can do anything. So it is my first priority is like people should see us and learn from us. That's all. And they should not be come as sympathy and all. They should support us. That two thing is in my wish list. That's all.
I
For
mean,
any sports player, like they
yeah,
should be there.
yeah, yeah. Very well said, Vijay. I think it's more empathy than sympathy. I think there. I mean, we all have our strengths and weaknesses. So I mean, it's amazing and inspirational, for everyone. I mean, people like Vijay and everyone like that, uh, and that's what it is. All they need is a little bit of support, and I'm sure they're good enough. They're good enough to do whatever they want, or anyone for that matter.